The AP's Bob Thomas tells us on the news wires today from Hollywood that the public is in for a long spate of gangster films because the public loves them. Adores the fast-living, hard-shooting hoods who thumb their noses at the workaday life of most of us drudges.
Another Teamster official was gunned down last week.
The Justice Department began to send strike forces into various cities.
John Miller tells us it's just one in a series of gangland-style murders.
Mr. Columbo, is there a mafia? No, there is not.
"1972 was a wild year in the US. Television was finally shifting from black and white to glorious color. Nixon gave the green light for the space shuttle program. A Japanese soldier, Shoichi Yokoi, was literally found in the jungle of Guam after hiding there for 28 years. The Soviet Union shocked the world by beating the US in the Olympic basketball finals. Punk fashion was exploding in the streets, and then, boom, the Watergate scandal. But honestly, forget all that for a second, because the most important thing that happened the year, for the sake of this video, was the release of the second best movie of all time. The Godfather wasn't just a movie, it was the definitive portrait of the mafia in America.
That I cannot do.
Its influence was massive. Over the last 50 years, it shaped everything. Cinema, TV shows,
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
animated movies, and of course merchandising. Costumes, gadgets, mugs, you name it. But here's the thing, while all that is cool, there is one word where the Godfather's influence feels the strongest for people like me. Video games.
Don Corleone is a man I respect.
Flash forward to 2002 in Brno, Czech Republic, a small studio of just 40 people releases a game that would become legendary. The gaming community loved it, and thanks to that success, 18 years later, out of nowhere, something unexpected happened.
Everything I've done, both good and bad, I've done for my family.
The remake was real, and people went crazy. So when they also announced Mafia the whole country, I made a decision. I was going to stream the entire saga before the new game dropped. And like every great story, this one needed a new face. Not just the regular Ludramor, but someone whose offer you can refuse.
Tommy. Thomas Angelo.
Detective Norman.
You alone?
No self-respecting badges coming in here unless it's the health inspector.
The first Mafia starts with a peculiar approach. A man named Tommy Angelo, seated in a diner chair in 1938, ready to snitch on the entire organization he worked for.
So, you said on the phone you might have a proposition for me.
That's right.
The game immediately strikes you with a question. Why? What could have possibly happened to this man that led him to renting everything to the cops? After all, Goodfellas taught us a vital lesson.
Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut.
Mafia Definitive Edition is more than just a game. It's the cinematic Mafia experience, something that few games have ever achieved, and they do it through brilliant storytelling. This video won't tell you the whole story of Mafia in detail, but what it will do is show you what Mafia means. To do that, we have to go back.
I mostly drove nights because the money was better. It was at the end of one of those shifts when I first met Polly and Sam.
8 years before ratting out the family, the game set you in action in the city of Empire Bay. It's 1930, a year after the Wall Street crash. This man is living through the Great Depression, one of the most iconic economic crises in human history.
On the 24th of October 1929, all America's illusions exploded in her face. The United States was hurled from incredible wealth to dazed poverty in a single afternoon.
Unemployment peaked near 25%, meaning 1 in 4 Americans was jobless.
The unemployed marched to Washington, and ruined bankers sold apples in the streets.
This guy is fighting to survive in a hungry America, where millions stripped of their homes were forced to live in makeshift shanty towns called Hoovervilles, built of scraps and cardboard. These camps often lacked running water and sanitation, leading to outbreaks of diseases like typhoid and dysentery. People relied on those few government rations of beans and rice, or just bread and soup from the charity kitchens. Even worse, the diet of many consisted of Hoover hogs. That was one of the many things people had to suffer at the time. Peaky Blinders gives you a small taste of what that meant.
To do to make people fucking listen to me.
The difference is that this taxi driver has no choice. He will do anything to avoid finding himself in that situation.
I got a gun pointed at you. They catch up, we're dead. But you don't get to walk away.
I don't want any trouble.
Well, you got trouble. Drive.
As soon as the game begins, you appreciate the great graphics and details. The feeling of driving a car while listening to classic songs and the radio presenter talking about the news of that time, it instantly sets you in another time. If you enjoy staring at the architecture like me, the old-style buildings and iconic fashion styles will make you stop and admire what it is, in fact, a beautiful rendered 3D model. All that completely immerses you in the game, giving you that authentic 30s vibe that I didn't fully expect when I started the game. Of course, I knew the time period, but I didn't expect it to look that good.
You there, driver?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you driving or loitering?
Driving, ma'am. Always driving.
There is one important factor that heavily influences this game's experience, something that gamers sometimes tend to overlook: difficulty. I'm a person who believes that in some games, choosing the right difficulty can give you a whole different experience, and often that's the highest one. God of War is a great example. Give me God of War difficulty makes you feel like a true God of War when you beat a strong enemy, yet makes you feel useless when a simple fall beats the shit out of you. You need precision, skill and strategy. In the case of Mafia, it's something else entirely. It's a difficulty that adds those essential details and challenge that give you a better, a truer experience. Bullets are genuinely effective and enemies don't have a slice of ham in front of their eyes when they're shooting at you. The police will not let anything slide. If you reload while you're still having bullets left in the clip, those bullets will be gone. Oh, I lost the clip. And how can I forget the driving? No, come on. I wasn't going fucking fast. I wasn't going... But why? Why is it? Why is the car doing this? What? Come on! Oh! If I was lucky once, no. In classic mode, the driving system is set to simulation. Gives you a realistic feeling driving those 1920s, 30s cars. And if you're a Mafia veteran, you can definitely understand the pain I felt during the race. Yes! Besides the skill issue, if I have to be honest, I wasn't going crazy for the game initially, but soon enough I realized what makes Mafia a cinematic experience. Its story and character building.
That's right.
Darren, you okay? Yeah, this is a car bomb. Things went south.
I have already mentioned Tommy, the taxi driver who is welcomed into the family by Don Salieri.
Welcome to the family.
Along with his brothers Sam and Paulie.
Good work, son. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. Saludo! Saludo!
When I say family in this context, I sadly mean it. Why sadly? Well, let's not forget that we are talking about one of the biggest criminal organizations that even nowadays spreads terror, corruption, and death across the entire world. Mafia shows you that the family is what is important. Don Salieri feels like a father from the very beginning. He welcomes you into his house, into his family, gives you food, clothes, a home, and a better life than driving a taxi while worrying about your next meal or warm bed.
You earned every dollar of this.
He puts his trust in your hands, but all that comes at a price. Tommy must devote himself to the cause, to the family. It comes down to choices, to life and death situations. There is a point in the game where your father, the Don, asks you to kill one of the dearest people in his life, Frank Colletti.
When you catch up to Frank, you get those books. And if he doesn't have them on him, you make him tell you where to find them. After that, you do what we gotta do.
You're asking me why? Because Frank betrayed the so-called family to save his actual family. That's ironic, isn't it? Betraying the family to save your own. What would you do in that case? What thoughts would cross your mind in the exact moment you're pointing a gun at a member of the so-called family with his wife and daughter nearby? A single click will change their lives and end one. In this moment, the true Tommy shows up.
God damn you, Frank.
He's a man who was kinda forced to do what he's doing. Everything he's doing, both good and bad, is for his family. Don Salieri reminds me of Paul Cicero in Goodfellas, an authority figure, but after all, he feels like the part of the family Tommy was looking for. Someone who will guide him to a stable life, just like the one Harry Hill wanted in the movie.
All right, keep your eyes open. All right? Yeah?
I'm glad you're off the roof, Tom.
Sarah threatened to leave me if I didn't dry out.
Get away with that? You gonna let this fucking punk get away with that? What's the matter? What's the world coming to?
In Goodfellas, Harry Hill has two important figures close to him, like two brothers. There is Tommy DeVito, the hothead, a guy who's too quick to pull the trigger and ask questions later. He's the one who takes no shit from anybody.
Will you fucking shoot the guy?
And the one you care so much about that you feel you need to help him even when his psychotic head decides to take action he's not supposed to.
Fucking rat anyways, whole family's all rats.
The film portrays him as having a possessive and jealous personality directed at his girlfriends. And he always wants something more, like it's never enough for him. Paulie is the Tommy DeVito of the game, even though his jealousy is aimed at other people, including Tommy. The game is able to make you care about him, even after one of the most powerful moments in the game.
No, wait. Please. Please, I don't want to fucking die, man.
Paulie shots a kid in the face in front of Tommy, without even hesitating.
Oh, Christ, Tom. Snap out of it. You remember what those guys wanted to do to Sarah?
Yeah. Just,
From that moment, you truly understand who Paulie is in Tommy's eyes. Alongside Henry and Tommy DeVito, there is James Conway, a more rational man, a man with strong principles who devotes himself to the family no matter what. A machine that follows order without asking questions. Sam reminds me of him.
Gotta play this one cool.
The three of them face countless deadly situations, and like true brothers, no matter what, they always have each other's backs.
Okay, I'll stay with Sam.
Until Paulie does something that goes against the family.
Sure. But if we're doing this, we're waiting until things calm down.
You're already hooked, pal.
Maybe.
Despite everything, Tommy accepts to do it with him. They both want to rob a bank to leave this life behind. They're actually successful. Tommy can't wait to take his wife, Sarah, and leave all this death in the past. But he forgot something important.
He's dead. I'm looking at him slumped over in the hallway, torn a fucking skull.
You know, I think it's important to keep a balance in things. Yeah, balance. That's the right word. Because the guy who wants too much risks losing absolutely everything. Of course, the guy who wants too little from life might not get anything at all.
You killed him. You killed Paulie.
No. Paulie got himself killed.
And you seem real tore up about it.
It took all in one moment to change Tommy's life completely. All the plans, the happy ending he was looking for, it was gone. A mix of emotions starts invading his mind. But one emotion, the one we sometimes can't control, the one that transforms us into another person, emerges. Anger.
Nobody's carrying you to the doctor this time, Sam.
You kill me now in the dawn. She's never gonna stop looking for you.
And this anger sees only one picture. A bullet straight into the heart of Sam. The same heart that welcomed Tommy and Paulie.
You can't do it, can you? Always that little voice in the back of your head. Maybe sounds like your baby girl. Or Sarah. Always telling you not to pull that trigger. Remember that time? Me, you, Paulie.
Each bullet releases all those emotions. Each bullet represents the lost hopes he was planning for his family. All of it because a person he considered a brother betrayed his trust. What Tommy has done, both good and bad, he has done it for his family. Our greatest weakness, yes, but also our greatest strength. It keeps us from falling over when we are too tired to take another step. Remember that money, jobs, even best pals will come and go. But family...
Mr. Angelo?
Yes.
Families forever.
Mr. Salieri sends his regards.
Tommy!
That's
You're safe now. We're all safe.
Man, with all this light, you don't even look Indian.